Hi guys, it's Kia here. I just wanted to come on here to encourage you to write, to start writing if you aren't, and if you are writing already, maybe some new ways to use it. It's just so fun and it has so many benefits for our mental health and well-being. And I just love journal videos. I love watching people write and use their journals and flipping through the books and the pages. It's just so comforting and relaxing. So I just want to put more of that out there into the world. I made like a little bullet list of ways that I've used journaling therapeutically. And I'm going to dig up some of my old ones too. And also share how I write now, right now. And yeah, I guess you'll see some of the kind of progression and how things have changed. Yeah, just flip through some books together. That's what it's all about, man. Okay, so this is kind of a somewhat recent archive. I think this is since like 2024. And I love that I wrapped these journals. This is when I was like, I think really starting to get deep into therapy for myself and using my journals as that and just really getting into writing. But I wrapped these all so they kind of look uniform. I stamped them with the dates that they cover and I gave them a little like summary title. So yeah, this, let's see, SF. They're all kind of like the same size because I got myself this Paper Republic A5 cover. So, and I was just obsessed with it. So everything that I put in there, I got for that size. But before that, this is what I was on. I would just get these like unlined Life Note. I'm such a nerd. But I would get these like unlined stuff, journals, and just use it as a brain dump. And I liked having all this space to just let it all go, let it all loose. There's so much before that, but this was a phase of just using these like craft notebooks. And then I was like experimenting with all these different sizes, hardcover, like these, and then this is the one that I'm on right now. That's like my brain dump therapy journal. Right now I have gotten this traveler's size notebook cover and I've been using this. This is actually the one that I've been carrying around with me for everything. Little sketches, to-do lists, therapy, prayers, goals, morning pages. I just put it on here because I can stick it in my bag really easily. And I have a toddler, so the days of like sitting down and having a nice long writing session every day is gone. So I just have a little thing that I can jot down things really quickly. I take that with me. And then sometimes I switch it out with this one because this has like thin little inserts. So when I can sit down and like I want to write nicely and deeply, I reach for this now. I just rearranged it and refilled it. And these are some of my recent finished ones. And let's see. In the front of all of my journals, I set an intention or I say a prayer and I write it into the cover. So it kind of just sets the tone, and I bless all of the pages in it. This was one of the earlier ones that I think I started doing that. This is the life note. And I wrote, "This note breathes life into anything written into it. Please be aware and mindful of your thoughts. Not one thought should pass through your mind unnoticed." It's very ambitious. "These words move lifeward." That's what I wrote in this one. And I was using this for affirmations. I really had to like talk myself into feeling okay with myself on some days. So this is kind of crazy, but I quickly closed my journal because I didn't actually read it as I was recording this video. So I was like, just in case I wrote something that I didn't want to be seen, I just flipped away. But I'm reading it now, and right behind that affirmations page, this I actually wrote in 2023, but I was just discovering hypnosis as therapy, hypnotherapist, and I was watching Dolores Cannon, Marissa Peer, and Louise Hay, but I wrote about my experience in that page of a hypnosis guided meditation that Marissa Peer did, where you imagine yourself in 3 years and what that would look like and feel like. And 3 years from now, 3 years from then, it's 2026 now, I'm pretty much living exactly what I wrote. So it's pretty wild. There was just some times that I was really struggling to be present because of dealing with anxiety. And when we're anxious, our brain goes into fight or flight mode, and our critical thinking is like shut off. So it's impossible to be present with other people because your body is trying to survive. So it doesn't really waste energy on enjoying things, you know? Journaling has helped me bring awareness to those thoughts and just track how I'm feeling from day to day to bring myself back into my body. Writing things I couldn't say. I wanted to practice complete honesty with myself. And I know it can be really scary. I've heard a lot of people say that people have read their diary or they're scared of someone reading their diary. And I would write those fears into the paper, you know? And there's nothing to fear. These are my real thoughts. And if I can't confront them, then I can't walk through this life feeling okay with myself, that I'm being real, that I'm being authentic. And if I can't even talk to myself honestly, that seeps through every aspect of my life. And I will know that I'm being fake, and I know that I'm not being honest. So, yeah, and I would write that all down. Write all your thoughts, all your fears down, and then just sit with it and be okay with it and flip the page, you know? There's just a different level of presence from moment to moment, and writing all that down just made me reach a certain level of acceptance. And that's helped me so much. So I've filled this hero's journey. Ugh. Affirmations really, really work, and they really, really help. They might feel fake at first. It feels really silly at first, but then you get used to it. Writing things down by hand is an ideomotor response. It's connecting your body to your brain, and it changes your chemistry. It changes the way that you think. It being an ideomotor response means how you're feeling inside is going to be transferred through your body and your body motions, and it reveals how you're feeling and how you're thinking. But the same goes also in reverse. If you're writing something, and if you're changing the way that you're writing or the way that you're speaking through your writing, it also changes the way that you think. So you can write the way that you want to think as if it's in the present moment, and you might not fully believe it, at that time as you're writing it. But the more you do and you're open to it, it really changes your perception of yourself. Being brave, not worrying about the way I was being perceived. So yeah, I was just like, I'm not going to care if somebody reads what I wrote. If they have a problem with it or they think it's weird or uncomfortable, then maybe it's worth having a conversation. I don't know. If I write something, okay, so if I write something about somebody and they don't like it, it's kind of on them for reading it, but I don't write anything to be mean. I'm writing to process my own feelings and my own thoughts. And that's for me. It's really just to help me process things. And sometimes I process things that I'm going through with another person, and that's just something that I need to do. And it's to benefit the relationship. So that's that. Mental health tracker. This is how I'm feeling today. This is how I'm feeling in this moment. And it's going to change, and that's okay. This is my current level of awareness or presence. I will write, I don't feel myself today. I don't feel like I'm in my body today. I feel dissociated. I feel like I'm watching a movie of my own life. And then to get a little deeper, gratitude. When I was feeling low, I would practice doing this every day, first thing, to notice the positive things in my life. Because when we do that, it really puts things in perspective. I'm sure you know about this. And you'll notice the list getting longer and longer every day, and you realize there's more and more to love and to appreciate. And prayers, people pray out loud, people pray in their mind to connect to God, to the universe. I would just write as my form of prayer, and this just worked for me because it's much easier for me to write. My writing is literally being seen and it's being read off the page. Or if I want to talk to an ancestor or an angel, I will put the intention that they're above me watching as I'm writing, and they're really reading as I go. And this would be one thing that I would sometimes put at the beginning of my journal. And it feels very real to me. And it just lets my mind flow. It just lets me flow and lets me know what it is that I really need in my life. And through my prayers, I always start and express my gratitude. And sometimes I feel like I really need or I want something, and then I start just thanking the universe. I start thanking God, and I'll just go off with that. And I don't even need to say anything because I know that what I need most is already known, and I realize that I'm already being taken care of. Prayer is so important. Yeah. Praying through journaling that's how I do it. Now I'm much better at speaking out loud, but yeah, writing is indispensable. Yeah. I feel like my thoughts were kind of all jumbled all over the place, and I have a lot of thoughts that I want to share with the world. So I'm going to work on organizing my thoughts in a more clear fashion to put it out there, but I just really wanted to share this with you all.